Greatest Showman took more than 7 years to make, and the idea to do a musical based on P.T. Barnum was first pitched to Hugh Jackman by producer Lawrence Mark when they worked together during the 2009 Oscars. Australian director Michael Gracey had worked mainly as a visual effects artist in the film industry, and had never directed a major Hollywood film before The Greatest Showman. Michael Gracey and Hugh Jackman met during a shoot in Australia. Hugh Jackman was impressed by him and expressed interest in working together on a project. Michael Gracey thought he was joking until Jackman called and asked him to direct the musical. For the song This Is the Greatest Show, the songwriters Benj Pasek and Justin Paul collaborated with Ryan Lewis, who came up with a beat and the whoa chant that inspired everything else for the song. A Million Dreams was one of the first songs Pasek and Paul pitched to Michael Gracey. Many songs went through numerous rewrites, however this song is the only one that had remained the same throughout production. The rooftop set was designed in a soundstage with a 360-degree hand-painted backdrop, and the oversized moon was backlit to help romanticize the scene. Michael Gracey said that the sheets swaying in the wind were meant to reflect how you feel when you're at your happiest and experience pure joy, and it feels like the world dances with you. The other side was the first musical number that Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman rehearsed for the film. It was very demanding to shoot because of the fast-paced camera work, diegetic percussive beats, and intricate choreography. They did so many takes for each segment of the song that even small moments such as kicking up and catching the hat were celebrated with cheering and applause once they had a good take. Never Enough was always intended to be a stand-and-deliver song like something Celine Dion or Adele would sing. Pasek and Paul had a difficult time trying to capture the show-stopping quality it needed, and as a result, it was the last song written for the film. In fact, they were still trying to finish the song when the film was in production. Lauren Allred was part of the rehearsal choir and sang the demo of Never Enough during the early stages of production. When Rebecca Ferguson was cast as Jenny Lind and heard the demo, she said, "I can sing, but I can't sing like that," and insisted that Lauren Allred be the voice the audiences heard. Rebecca Ferguson watched Allred sing the song to copy the way she sang it. During filming, Rebecca Ferguson sang for every take, and Lauren Allred listened to learn how to incorporate Ferguson's Swedish accent for the final version of the song. The movie's anthem This Is Me was first going to be sung by Tom Thumb on a ukulele. The idea was eventually scrapped because it didn't capture the right feeling for the number, so Pasek and Paul rewrote it for the bearded lady, Letty Lutz. This idea came to them 2 days before a pitch meeting for the song to be approved, and they were going to be on an airplane flying back to LA from New York. So they sat on the airplane with their laptops, a small keyboard, and headphones, and wrote the majority of the song during their 5-hour flight. Keala Settle sang in the rehearsal choir and was approached by Michael Gracey to play the role of Letty because he thought her voice was a good fit for This Is Me. But she rejected the idea repeatedly because of her extreme introverted nature. Gracey persisted though and asked her what it would take to get her to sing it. She said she would do it if he bought her a bottle of Jameson. So the next day he handed her a bottle, and she agreed to play the part. Sam Humphrey, who played Tom Thumb, had to shoot his scenes on his knees to accentuate his small stature, which also meant he couldn't do choreography for This Is Me. This is why you don't see Tom Thumb during the entire song until he magically appears at the end pose. For Rewrite the Stars, it was Zendaya's idea to have Zac Efron begin the song a cappella. At the end of the song, Zendaya also sang her lines a cappella to create a bookend for the two star-crossed lovers. The single spotlight was used for the scene to create a feeling of how the rest of the world seems to be shut out when you're in love. Michael Gracey wanted to use as much practical effects as possible throughout the film to make the visuals more believable. So in case you were wondering, that really is Zendaya and Zac Efron doing the aerial choreography for the scene. The aerial choreography was created by Daniel Cloud Campos and Tamara Levinson, and you can spot Cloud during the other side as the bartender. While filming From Now On, Justin Paul was playing the piano for Hugh Jackman in real time to be able to adapt Jackman's performance. The adjustments Paul made on the fly were kept for the final version of the song. In the days leading up to the final rehearsal to get the film greenlighted, Hugh Jackman had a skin cancer removed from his nose that required 80 stitches. The doctor said he couldn't sing for 4 days, so Jackman had a stand-in sing for him instead. By the end of the workshop, Jackman couldn't take it anymore and sang From Now On despite his doctor's orders. It's a good thing he did because some of the cast thought his performance was one that helped greenlight the film. After the song, Keala Settle hugged him and saw blood running down his nose, which he found out was because half of his stitches had come out while he sang. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below if there's another dance-related movie you'd like to learn about, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos to increase your knowledge about dance-related content.